Yo, what is up my fellas? Meme Dolph here, and so today I'm going to be explaining the experience system in town of Salem for the Tome of Fate and how to quickly level up your tome. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously go to the shop, and then if we can wait for the load time to be over, you're going to go to account items and then you're going to buy your Tome of Fate. You want to get your extra blessed scroll slots first if you want to play specific roles, but more importantly you want as many of those as possible if you're doing, say, like the battle pass like I've already done, and you've gotten a bunch of cauldron brews and you got a bunch of mythic skulls out of that, because that'll be a really big boost in your XP. And then after you've got all of those, like if you bought the bundle, that's okay. But like if you wanted to spend your town points on it, that's alright as well. It might take a little bit longer to get either way. But after that you're going to want extra curse scroll slots, right? And so you can pay to tier it up when you hit the level up point. But that is not worth it, and let me explain why. So it starts off at $25 for me. It's cheaper with the lower tiers obviously, but I'm going from 35 to 55. And if we go to my tome right now, give it a second, we go right here, but you can see that I'm level 40 and my tome is tier 3. So this is tearing it up from tier 3 to tier 4, and I've already almost gotten 600,000 XP into it. Now keep in mind, I do have about 200 hours in game and bought the tome at about 80 hours. So this is about 120 hours of grinding, but closer to 100. And I'm pretty sure that the level cap for the tome is going to be level 50, tier 5. So basically though, every 10 levels, you're going to hit a tome tier up, right? And so every 20% of the way through the tome you make it, you're going to get a 20% discount on it. Now, this and the XP boosts are not worth it, and I will explain that in just a second, but right now, we are going to explain what you should be putting on to get XP efficiency, right? So let's say, you have random town scrolls like this, and then you have Deputy. Oh, well, Deputy is a town killing, so we go ahead and we replace, let's say, Amni with town killing, right? So now, if we hit Deputy, and we can change our tome to be Deputy too, so now if we hit Deputy in the game, we're guaranteed to get 9,000 XP from it, because each of these blessed scrolls give you 3,000. Now if these were mythic scrolls, that's 27,000, plus the curse scrolls right here. I need to go purchase some more curse scrolls, but I'll do that off camera. You can effectively get up to 32,000 XP per game. And keep in mind, that is with your cauldron brews giving you mythic scrolls, which they are not guaranteed to do, right? So now for the cauldron. So you're probably like, Meme, the cauldron takes 7 days. Why not just buy the tome experience boosters or the tome tier ups? Well, let me show you why the cauldron is so important. So you can pay $5 for the tier 2 cauldron that I have, right? Which is 4 days, and then you can pay $10 for the tier 3 cauldron, which is 2 days, and there's probably one after that for $20, just like 1 day or something. But this is more effective than spending your money on the tome, because then you get the motion. You get up there quick, you get to play the roles that you actually want while you level your tome up. Or this can also be a pretty big experience boost, right? So $15 of this is like me going in right now and purchasing a tier 3, what is it? Is this one $5? It's like purchasing it 3 times. No, it's $10 at my level. So dude, if I went and I purchased this twice, it wouldn't be as effective as if I just sunk that money into leveling up my cauldron. Now it is going to give you 10 times the amount of experience at tier 3, and I'm guessing the next one's going to be like $20 for 20 times for like the next 1 million XP, but even then that's more of a like thing I'd want to do for the tier up. if I'm thinking about purchasing that. So if you're not playing the game a whole lot, but you want to get your Tome maxed, then maybe you should just go with tier evolution skips and experience boost. But that's going to cost a lot of money compared to just going into your cauldron, spending $20 as a flat rate, or well, $25 as a flat rate on the game, and then just going into your cauldron and just getting some motion there, right? So the cauldron, as you know, if you were watching this, you've probably played the game, has a chance to award skins like this, like the summer skin that I have. It has a chance to award characters. It has a chance to award exterior items. It has a chance to award interior items. It has a chance to just include anything and everything, including just like regular like blessed scrolls. So if you really are trying to get more scrolls out of your cauldron and less of the other stuff, what you can do is always, if you have the excess amount of town points and are good on your blessed and cursed scrolls, you can go into here and buy all of the like interior items, so that way you can't get them out of here. Like, look, if I put that on, boom, I got that out of the cauldron. I don't even know when. Yeah, the point is, you can go through and you can buy just everything, and then you have a higher chance of getting the scrolls. Now, a lot of people get upset when they get the scrolls. Me personally, I don't get this. I don't get why they get so upset over getting either blessed scrolls or mythic scrolls, right? Because like, it'll award 10 mythic scrolls, and I'm pretty sure that caps at 99, or it might not have a cap. I'm not sure, because I've never gotten that many. I get them and then I use them, and I usually put the tome on it so that way I can get through them really quick. But at the lower levels especially, one of those will raise you up to like nearly tier 2. So if you're putting your tome on a mythic scroll item, right, and like that's just one boost, you can get a lot of value out of your mythic scrolls, which is why it's good to actually have more stuff purchased from the shop, right? And now we're gonna go through the battle pass here. As you can see, that's this week. I have 19,000 battle pass XP, and that's because I win a lot. I'm a good coven slash jester slash executioner slash pirate slash SK. There's a lot of roles I'm good at this game, because like I've just mastered the art of deception. You give me any killing role, oh yeah, trust me, I'm probably winning that game, baby. You give me a town role, I'm like, well, you know, I can deduce who it is. Now, the hard part is, you know, convincing everyone else it is who I think it is, because a lot of time people are idiots, and if you just blather on about random stupid stuff, right, and this has worked for me in one of the weakest coven games I've ever had. It was just a duo with so many other killing roles, so many opportunities for me and my coven member to die. I was just blathering on about nonsense every time they up me, and they're like, okay, I know this, I don't think he has anything to add, because I just claimed Koro. I was like, I'm corner, I'm useless. And then they were like, well, you're not corner because you haven't found anything. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm jester, I can't even lie. That's why I just start blathering on about stupid stuff I've been hoping you guys have, you know, are guiltying, but you guys are clearly smarter than that. And that was to go ahead and flatter them so that way I could actually get the win there. But yeah, I win a lot, that's why I have that much. So if you go through your free track here and you're not a loser and purchase the $25 battle pass, like, bro, who's actually gonna do that? I'm looking for the two people who actually did that, because like every time I join a lobby, like no one has the battle pass stuff. Like, I'll see one maybe every 5 lobbies, which, you know, if you want to support the game and you have the money, that's completely fine. But then there are people that try and push it, and that's not fine. But you don't need this. You just need this right here. This is the reward for winning 50 games or losing 100 games, right? So either way, you're making progress. If you win or lose a game, you lose a game, you can just go back to lobby, boom, done, over with. If you just keep scrolling evil rolls and you want to spam out XP because you've got, you know, a lot of scrolls and you want to get a lot of XP out of them, you can just go ahead and start spamming scrolls in game. So one of the things I do if I'm spamming scrolls is I like to go ahead and I like to set my tome to a neutral roll, or just neutral in general. Sometimes, just depends. So I'll go down here and I'll just click the little random neutral button, get into a neutral. If I'm not in a team, I'll go ahead and DC immediately, and then that gives me the scroll for neutral, right? And so I can go ahead and I can put the random neutral scrolls on, the random coven scrolls on, and then the random town scrolls on, and no matter what, I'm guaranteed to get 3,000 XP from that. No matter what, I'm guaranteed to get 3,000 XP for that. Another thing I like to do is I like to scroll Jester while I'm doing the random neutral thing. Then, if I put my tome onto Jester, I get 6,000 XP, right? And since Jester isn't played in a team, I can just go ahead and leave the match immediately and just start XP farming like that. It's not going to be as fun for everyone else, but, I mean, I can get a lot of XP in a short amount of time doing that. Which, I mean, I did that for like 3 games and got bored because I'm one of those people that needs to be engaged with the game to actually be enjoying it. I can't sit there on a boring grind fest like playing RuneScape. That game is kind of dreadful, not that I look back at it. Anyways, the last part that we need to go over is how important the cauldron is, not just for the tier skips, but you should get this cauldron upgrade anyways, right? And that's because if you look down here, I have 19 out of 50 claims until a guaranteed legendary. You cannot double stack your legendaries. So, legendary skin summer, already got that one. Boom. Okay, can't get that out of the cauldron. Necronomicon of Fate. This is what you're shooting for. You have a 1 in 5 chance to get the Necronomicon of Fate, which upgrades the Tome of Fate to the Necronomicon of Fate and doubles its effectiveness. The other ones are just to skin more pets. So now I have a 1 in 4 chance of when I roll a legendary to get the Necronomicon of Fate, right? Which is going to double it to 200 if it's maxed. And remember, you can only roll all of these rewards once. So if they didn't add anything from right now, and I went ahead and I bought this cauldron upgrade, we can say that in 100 days I'm guaranteed a legendary, right? Every 100 days. So we can go ahead and say that, oh, within the next year and a half, or not even a year and a half, because that's only like 400 days, and even then it'd be significantly shorter, I'll have all the legendaries, and that's if I get extremely unlucky, because every 1 in 100 draws you're supposed to get a legendary. So let's be honest, with my RNG, I'm probably not going to see any of these legendaries until I get this, and then probably get the 3rd one, and then I'll probably hit, like, the last one randomly. But it's very important to come on daily and get your cauldron, so that way you can go ahead and get your Necronomicon of Fate. Because then when you have the Necronomicon of Fate, if you're scrolling something, you're basically guaranteeing yourself that roll. So if I put a Necronomicon of Fate that's maxed with Jester on, that would be an effective 210 times the chance of everything else, especially if I'm just scrolling Jester, right? I'm never going to see any one of the others, you know, other scroll slots filled. I'm just going to put it on Jester, because Jester is kind of fun. I'll like going up there and I'll be like a funny Jester, or I'll be like an Xe Jester, or I'll be a Coven Jester, or I'll be a Jester TI, which is really fun because you're always right. You're better than most TIs. Like, you're the most proven. You could be like 7 and say 2 and 14 are enemies, and like, town's gonna believe you, and they're gonna be like, have you guys ever stopped to think that maybe the seer is fake? And then they find an evil and they're like, oh my god, the seer is real! And then like, you just don't visit, and no one questions it. Like, no one's gonna go ahead and try to track the seer if they went there. The only way you're gonna get, like, voted out is if someone counterclaims as Soshi, and they're like, they had a party on them. You're fake as shit. But that's what I would do with my, you know, Necronomicon. Is probably just scroll Jester. But yeah, if you feel like this video has helped you in any way with leveling up your Necronomicon, which I hope it has, and is kind of gone over the basics of it, right, I guess that's kind of useful. Just leave a little thumbs up down below, and I'm not gonna like beg or ask for subscribers, but if you've enjoyed the content, if you want to see more stuff like this, you know, go ahead and leave a subscribe. It brings me up on your recommended feed more often, and gets you quality content like this, which is trash. It's trash quality content. It's not high quality content. Yes, sir, I only serve up the most garbage of dishes. But anyways, with that said, I will see you guys later. Time for the iconic, here's my window home screen. You can see I'm on Steam.